This is problem 5 from the chapter 1 closure packet. It says find f of 4 for each function below. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace where there's an x in each part of these problems and just replace it with the number 4 and then evaluate that and see what number comes out as our answer. So on the left side, this left side is going to stay the same for actually all 3 of these problems, and it's going to stay the same the whole way down. So I'm replacing x with the number 4 because I'm just plugging in what this number was where the x is. So we have negative, and then the absolute value of 4 minus 7 plus 3. We'll replace the x with 4. So both of those x's there. This one and this one became 4's. So f of 4, I'm going to just copy the same thing on the left side down. Negative, then the absolute value. We're going to actually subtract these things first. 4 minus 7 gives me negative 3. Do the operation first, then plus 3 out the outside. The next step, copy the left side. It stays the same the whole way down. What is the absolute value of negative 3, or how far is negative 3 away from 0? How many spaces would you need to get there? So I just need 3 spaces. Okay, so this negative sign, I just copied it down. But this positive 3 is because the absolute value of that is positive 3. And then I'm going to plus 3. Okay, so now these two are kind of connected as one number. So that becomes a negative 3. Well, so f of 4 equals, this stuff on the right says negative 3 plus 3, that's 0. So that's our final answer for part A. F of 4 equals 0. For B, f of 4, I said they're going to all be the same for the left side. And then I'm just going to replace the x plus 12, the divided by 4. So I replaced this part was the x, I replaced it with the number 4. So f of 4, copy it down. Square root of 4 plus 12 is equal to 16. And then divided by 4. Okay, continue our next step. Continuing all the way until we get a number answer. The square root of 16 is worth 4. So I have 4 divided by 4. So my final answer for part B is when I plug in 4, I get out a 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. All right. Part C, again, left side is always the same. It's just going to stay the same the whole way down. So I have 2 minus the cubed root, that's a little 3 up there, x, which is 4, plus 23. And all that's under the cubed root. So f of 4, that stays the same. 2 minus, now, cubed root becomes of the number 27 this time. Right? 4 plus 23, it gives me 27. So here's what we need to make sure is when we're using our calculator that we're using the right buttons. So I'm going to just show you on this TI-84 Plus if you have this one. So when I want to type in the cubed root of something, I'm going to go to math, and then I'm going to go down to the number 4 where it says a little tiny 3, and then that's radical symbol. And I'm going to type 27. Now make sure you don't just type in the regular number 3, a big 3, don't type in this, because that does not mean the same thing. Okay? You don't get the same answer, obviously. Look at that, they're totally different. So the cubed root of 27 means, so I go to math again, show you that, cubed root of 27 means I'm multiplying a number times itself 3 times. Okay? So 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 again is 27. So that's what I'm going to replace this part with. The cubed root of 27 is 3. So my final answer for C is when I plug in 4, I get out a negative 1. Alright, so that's problem 5. If you have questions, make sure you ask your teacher.